hello. Welcome to the Good Art Friends, where good friends discuss good art. And today I'm joined not only by my good friend Jonathan, but also my good friend through osmosis, I'm going to say, Stephen, returning guest.
Friend through friend, really.
Yeah, yeah.
Representing the Batting Around podcast, the Good Art Friends universe continues to expand, but it will not go past the city of Philadelphia.
No,
That is true.
You don't really need to go further than that.
I think all of our guests have been Phillies fans. Is that right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, and also, you're welcome.
I am wearing a Philly City Connect hat right now. I am just back from visiting our good friend Steven with a very fantastic weekend within the city of Philadelphia.
I was there when you bought that.
Yeah. It's a great city. Great city. Great hat, too. Yeah. So, starting off, Jonathan, what's good?
What is good? It's always music related for me. Good Kid just put out their most recent album titled "Can We Hang Out Sometime?" And it's just a fun little jam of an album. It's very sunny, it's very poppy, even if all of the lyrical content really is not. Like for example, their main single "Wall," which is at the tail end of the album, is a little bit about a breakup. Like the chorus being, I don't really care that it's over and I don't really care that there's a wall. It's just like, not going to look back and be sad about it, but be happy that it happened. Fun little album, and I recommend listening to it.
You love music that melodically seems like it should be happy, but no, lyrically is always just a gut punch. And I respect that.
I don't do it on purpose because like the first time I discovered Good Kid, about 10 years or so ish, they had a single titled Nomu, which is also really fun. I swear I don't do it on purpose. I really don't.
Okay. Stephen, have you heard of this group before?
I have not.
Yeah, I never actually recognized any of his musical references. And I've been asking one of these times, I tell him just like make up one and see if I can call you on it. They're usually dinosaur related, but not this one. This one is real?
This one's real. I promise it's real.
Okay.
They're playing the Ritz literally like within the next 7 days.
Okay. Are you going?
I am not, because it's at the Ritz and their tickets are too expensive.
Yeah, and concerts are the worst.
Sounds ritzy.
Yeah, it's pretty
Concerts are the worst.
Yeah, that's my hot take. Because I don't like crowds or loud noises. We're jumping into Autistic Corner right away.
Fair enough.
Yeah. All right, Steven, what's good with you?
Nothing. Been busy. Will remain busy. Had a lovely guest this past weekend, and this coming weekend I am traveling to visit my fiance in Toronto.
Oh, nice.
But before I do that, there's a cute little spring film festival going on in Philly, with a bunch of movies that I want to see. And I'm not going to be able to get to all of them, which is sad, but I did delay my departure by a day so that I could see Greg Araki's upcoming feature, I Want Your Sex. I am a big Greg Araki fan. He has not made a film at like 13 years. And I'm super stoked about that. Last night, I got together with some friends and showed my one friend, who is very vampy, very witchy. She's very, what's like the grown-up version of goth now? I don't know. But she had never seen A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night. So my friends and I fixed that, and it was a delight. And we smoked some hookah while doing it, which was
good pairing.
Just lovely. Yeah, so that's my update from over here.
Grigoraki does make good movies, can confirm. We watched Nowhere, I think, for movie of the month on your picking. That was good. Also on good things, you're talking about film festivals. Full Frame is happening this weekend in Durham, the documentary film festival, and I'm going to try to slide through. The chances are real low, but I've lived here for 16 years and I've wanted to go, and I'm hoping to finally make it this year.
I went. It's in where Full Steam is going in, right? Like still in. Yeah, I went when I first moved down here. It's great. Yeah, but it's been a minute. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I was going with a baseball pick for mine, considering this month's topic. So I started reading kind of off and on Baseball in the Garden of Eden by John Thorne. He's like MLB's official historian, which what a job. That's cool. It's about like the origins of baseball and kind of like breaking down the like, Abner Doubleday myth and just where that kind of came from, and this kind of desire to like, no, we need to prove that this is an American game. So that's where the Doubleday thing kind of came from, and what the contrasting narratives were, and what the really the political maneuverings behind each of these narratives behind. It's kind of fascinating, but also it's a giant history book. So it's the kind of thing that just like reading a chapter here and there kind of works. But yeah, that's my what's good. Before we get into more baseball talk, or John, you got some?
Hold on. Yeah. On baseball history of import to you, Spencer. I was very glad to be reminded of this today. 17 years ago today is April 16th, pizza was delivered at Fenway Park.
Yes. Here comes the pizza.
Here comes the pizza. I got to show a guy at work that for the first time.
Oh, it's beautiful. And I mean, it was like, you have the Super Cup, but it was like 3 innings straight of them just.
I love hearing the story afterward that apparently the guy that got hit deserved it.
Yeah.
I didn't hear this story, I don't think.
It's so good.
Yeah, you can find some like oral histories of the people behind it and trying to track down the story, like pizza throwers and all that. It's, we rightfully, so I grew up outside of Boston, going to like Fenway games, all those kind of things. I'm still a big Red Sox fan, and we rightfully bemoan getting rid of Mookie Betts, but really us getting rid of Don Orsillo and not paying him was kind of like the first sign. He is a gem in San Diego. Yeah, I mean, but really, wouldn't you rather live in San Diego? So good for Don.
No.
No.
That's my hot take.
I'm also want to know. I like it here.
I will not live anywhere on average warmer than Philadelphia, and I will not live anywhere smaller than Philadelphia.
Okay, the smaller I get, the warmer, that's just like a masochistic thing.
I hate the heat. I burn
but San Diego
quite
doesn't
easily.
get
I sweat very. San Diego's worse because San Diego has nothing. It is just awesome. It is just amazing weather all the time. And you know what happens when it's amazing all the time? It gets boring.
Yeah, that's fair.
You need seasons.
The
fucking miserable dog days of summer and the absolute frigid, like, peak of winter make the days where the weather isn't like that so much better.
Yeah, that's fair. The relativity. Okay.
I'm way too much of a Northeasterner for this. Not California nonsense.
You're selling me on moving back to Illinois also.
But see, it's only like, and watching, we'll give a cue when we're going into spoilers. This is not a spoiler, but watching this movie did make me wistful for New England, but just for August through December. But then, just done with winter.
Winter's not that bad, and it's going to get less and less bad every year of our lives.
That's how you spin
you're gonna wish for a snowstorm in like 5 years. Well, actually, you don't get them now, so I'm gonna be wishing for snowstorms in about 5 years.
Yeah, I feel that.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, Jonathan, you got any updates on? We've been tracking your video game backlog throughout
Yeah, I don't
the
know
year.
if you've looked at the rundown. The only note I put in there is I've done the big one.
What is the big one?
Before that, number one, the last time that we updated, I did finish Echoes of Wisdom. That was a lot of fun.
Right. Yep. Beds upon beds.
Yes. And last night, I finally finished after 66 hours of play and about a year and 3/4 because I had like a almost exact 1 year gap in between playing.
The Atari ET game?
Yeah, actually. It was actually pretty good. The one I went out to the desert and found a cartridge to make it happen.
Okay, sorry.
I finally finished Disco Elysium for the first time.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I saw you playing a little bit of that when you were here.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's just a great story, and it's so fun to play. I cannot overstate how good this game is. If it's ever on sale, you got to pick it up and you have to play it.
Okay.
I need to get back to it.
Yeah. I finished Under the Island since I think we last recorded, like a delightful little Canadian Zelda game because you just go after people with a hockey stick, and it was pretty good. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I need new.
That's very thematic for the season we're in now.
Yep.
Oh, Blueprints does sound good.
Yeah. I just need a good notebook for it to spiral out. Yeah. Okay. So ready for some baseball talk?
Yeah. So as we segue into this, for the listeners who are here, as you know, we've been doing this for 3 years. The Good Art Friends is ostensibly, in a little bit of foreshadowing here, is ostensibly a sad songs podcast, and it's a baseball podcast. And today we're fully a baseball podcast.
Yeah, and it's kind of a little bit of both. This is a sad baseball movie. So this is, the
right in
diagram is just a circle. So this came out about a year.
Melancholic. I wouldn't say sad.
Yeah, that's a better term. Contemplative. Came out about a year ago by Carson Lund. It's his first feature film. He did some cinematography on a number of films before this. Yeah, it opened at, I think, New York Film Festival, then Cannes. It's, big asterisk because Rotten Tomatoes, it's kind of a mess, but 100% on that. So if you haven't yet seen it, pause this, go see it. I think we all recommend it, right?
Highly.
Yeah. So go see it and then come back because, after the little musical interlude, we're going to dive into spoilers. Okay, we're back. All right. Eephus, where should we begin?
Can you spoil this movie?
I don't really think you can.
Is this a spoilable movie?
I think it gets laid out in the description of the movie that they're playing their last game. I guess the ending can get spoiled.
Well, yeah, and I'll even say the ending because, and maybe it's a good place to start. You have kind of like you have Chekhov's fireworks and you have Chekhov's Eephus. Like they both set this up as this like, okay, there's going to be this big culmination. And you're thinking, and we've been, ingrained by, a lifetime of sports movies for like, what's going to be the big finish. So I almost feel like you can spoil it by not spoiling it, by just reveling in that, the melancholy and the little moments between action, because it doesn't have that big kind of thing. Yeah. So maybe that is just set up like with the story. So it kind of purposely seems like, 90s New England, but even then they kind of keep it vague. It's almost this time out of time. It could almost take place at any moment.
It could be yesterday. It could be 30 years ago.
Yeah, which is kind of perfect. And this, this rec league field they've been playing games here forever. And you got Adler's Paint versus the River Dogs in the last game at Soldiers Field. And not because, and again, this movie, I just appreciate them complicating it and not doing the easy thing. That the field is not getting torn down for like damn you capitalism, like
Yeah. Yeah.
condos coming in, but for a damn middle school, just to let you sit with it, which is wonderful.
Which
yeah.
they make a lot of really good comedy out of that.
Yeah.
Just shit talk in the middle school.
Yeah. And I mean, a little bit of resentment towards one of the characters, Graham. Yeah, who you find out is like a project manager or something like that.
They like all the plot details, if you would even call them that, are delivered so naturally. Like there's no exposition dump. It's not, I don't believe it's ever really clear what Graham's like you said he's a project manager?
Yeah, so I didn't catch this the first time, but as the movie's starting, they do two things that's wonderful. One, he's pulling in before you know who he is and his name, and he's listening to the radio. The radio is cycling through. It's giving you a sense of time and place because they're doing these like awful New England commercials, and they let you know that it's like almost Halloween, all those kind of things. But they also have a piece where they're saying, last game at Soldier Field, and they mention project manager Graham, whatever it is. And then only later do you figure out that's who it is. So that's the first great thing in the beginning. Okay. The second great one is then you see, I forget the character's name, who's at the top of your list, Stephen, practicing robbing home runs.
Medals.
Like Joe Adele. Yeah.
Yeah. It's so fucking funny.
And just this like really understated kind of plot point and this beautiful use of the scorecard, and then just hilarious him practicing robbing invisible home runs. And that is kind of the movie in a nutshell. Those two things that the movie does incredibly well.
You touched on the credit sequence at the beginning. I love a credit sequence. Another like soft thing for me with movies is that like I always love to see when the title card pops up at the end of the movie. But yeah, just like I love the credit sequence because it fully lays out like who they expect to truly get this movie, and it's all of the baseball nerds. I just love the way that it's laid out, how like the lineups, the cast is a lineup, and then the opposite side of it played by in the order that they bat. And it's just gorgeous.
Yeah, this movie was made by true baseball sickos.
Yeah. And it wasn't even just like a device using the scorecard. I was listening to an interview with Lund, and he was saying that he originally, the first way they plotted out the movie was the box score and figuring out like the action of the game and all those kind of things. And then he kind of built the lines and the script and all those kind of things around it. Yeah, which is cool. But, and also just this whole movie takes place just in a few hours, which for production makes things incredibly difficult in terms of like figuring out, lighting and continuity. And even like he was saying, like the production is one of the only games where a groundskeeper gets like a production credit or a producer credit, I should say, because it rained a lot. And so they'd have to, even before, like months before they filmed, they had to tell the town like, hey, stop with the upkeep of this field, let it like get overgrown a little. And then they'd have to like rake the field and like mess it up just to make sure that it like matched as they went through, which is lovely. They also booted a rec league team off of it while they were doing the production, which is kind of ironic considering.
That's very funny.
That's amazing.
So yeah, so in terms of, I don't know, plot, maybe we can kind of go there. What stood out to you as you're working through the plot of the games unfolding? Players are coming and going in weird ways. They lose the umps, decide to keep playing. They figure out how to battle as darkness. The descends.
moment that they, the 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 moment that they, it's two moments that happen relatively close to each other toward the end that really put this like in a different category in my brain as I was watching it for the first time. The first was when they decided to just keep playing after the umps left.
Yeah.
And then when it got too dark, rather than give up and go, they went and got their cars out and so that they could illuminate the field with their headlights. Those two moments really hit what this movie is doing differently than like basically every other baseball movie. Who wins is so thoroughly unimportant that I forget every time.
Uh-huh.
Like I've seen this movie 3 or 4 times now, and every time I'm like, oh yeah, wait, who does win? Because it doesn't matter. What like, and this segues nicely into talking about Franny.
Yeah.
So
the hero.
There's so much. Like I was showing you guys before we started recording. I have a copy of this film on Blu-ray, and when I ordered it, it came with like really high quality. Here, you can get that.
Oh, that's nice.
Fully.
ASMR.
That's great.
Yeah, that's gonna boost our numbers big time.
Really high quality baseball cards of each character. There's 19. There's 9 and 9 for each player on each team, and then there's a special one for Spaceman. But the movie's protagonist is not in these cards. It's not in the lineup card in the film that opens up. Like all this, like the cover has the cover of the. Let's see. There's 12 people on the cover of this movie. Franny is the protagonist. We open the movie with him. We close the movie with him.
Yeah.
The players come and go. Like some of these guys just vanish in the middle of the movie.
Yes. The Ed you think is like the like point of view character in many ways. And then like, oh, he'll come back. And my brain was thinking like he'll come back for the triumphant, winning, sacrifice hunt or something. But no. Yeah.
No, that's what makes this movie so special to me, is that it subverts so many of the typical baseball movie type things.
Yep.
There's no like big dramatic hit to save the field in the end, and it isn't about winning, and it isn't about losing either, because a lot of baseball movies are about, well, you lose and that's baseball.
Yeah.
Like you should have fun with it along the way. Like this is about loving the game and not letting it go, and not really even being able to articulate precisely why you're doing all this. And that is so perfectly captured with Franny, because he's this old guy who sets up his little card table
with the binoculars.
And with the binoculars, and he scores this random fucking game that he's the only person on Earth who cares about. He cares about it more than most of the people playing it. And every like shift in time, like when we do a little bit of a, all right, it's now midday, it's now dusk, it's now this, it's now that. It all, we flash to Franny, like Franny's notes, like his scorecard or whatever, and then we get a little moment of him delivering a famous baseball quote, and then the big climax of the whole movie, which is the game finally ending. Again, the climax isn't this team wins or this team loses. The climax is the game finally ends
on a walk-off walk. It's
On
not the home run.
shrimp,
It's not
walk-off
the
shrimp.
Walk-off shrimp.
Yeah.
And the moment, like the moment that he finally, because like it becomes clear when they ask him to ump that he is just making the call, whatever call is necessary in that moment to prolong the game even further. And when he finally has to make a call and to end the game, we get this lingering shot on him where he just, God, that shot is so good because he's like
so
he's not
good.
crying and he doesn't have tears in his eyes, but it's like it's so close to that. And then the movie rolls credits when he just walks into the brush.
Field of Dreams-esque. Yeah.
He is the main character of this movie, and he is completely absent in all of the marketing and all of the branding. And I think that's really funny and smart.
Yeah.
On winning and losing
He is us.
Yeah.
On winning and losing, just a tangent because I just thought about this. I continue to think it to be very funny that the Seattle Mariners get to win the most important game in a movie that's not about them in Little Big League. It makes me laugh every single time. But yeah, like this movie, Steven, I think you really did encompass it. It's a love letter to baseball. This movie spends so much time unfocused on the at-bats and just about the small moments on the field. It's just dudes playing baseball, acting like they're 9 years old when they're trying to bother the guy at the plate, talking about pizza, pepperoni,
marinara.
And it's just
like for every at bat that we hear, there's gotta be like the ratio of the camera being pointed at the at bat and then the camera being pointed away from it is like that ratio is unlike any other baseball movie. We spend so much time like intentionally not looking at what, like, we're in the dugout while people are chit-chatting, or we're in the outfield while people are like getting distracted, or it's just, it's so fun. And also, sorry, a thing that I literally just realized as I've been talking is I'm struggling to recall a sports movie I've seen that has spent equal time between two teams that were playing each other. Like, neither team is cast as a protagonist or an antagonist. It's just, oh yeah, these guys are in blue and these guys are in red.
Yeah, I can't think of another example. I think all these things make it the quintessential baseball movie because of that focus on the moments between action, the like inane musings and philosophical conversations in the dugout, and just that, like, there's a line, the old guy who leaves, halfway through or something, talks about how he loves ties, and he says all the stuff before matters and kind of doesn't matter at the same time. And this, even though yes, it's the last game of the season, all this, but this just felt like that, August game, like 92 of the year, that like everything before kind of matters and kind of doesn't matter. And that's what makes baseball kind of wonderful and unique. That kind of background that you can have kind of following you for 6 months. Like World Baseball. Sorry, yeah, go on.
Sorry, no, I was just gonna say, I have the entire week leading up to this, I've just been having the quote, I could go to bed with a tie in my head.
Yes.
The entire week.
Yeah. And that's because, I mean, let's be honest, I mean, we all nerd out about baseball, but other sports do the action perhaps better. I feel like baseball, where it excels, is those moments between plays,
Yes.
those moments between games, the analysis, and all those kind of little human things. And other baseball movies don't do that because it is all the action, because it's much more WBC than it is, game 112. And I love the WBC, and that's great that every single pitch matters, but it's cool to see a movie where, yeah, it sort of matters because it is this social glue that there's no reason why they can't go to the bar afterwards and meet up. But also, like the kids, Linda Belinda's kids, I think ask, why do they care so much? And that question, why do they care so much? The players and us geeking out about baseball, this captures it in a way that, I Love Major League or Field of Dreams, Bull Durham does not.
I'm obsessed with how many characters in this movie are completely disinterested in what's happening. Like, you've got the kids, you've got the stoners.
Yeah.
How many touchdowns?
The girlfriend. You've got the pizza guy.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Castiglione, famous Red Sox radio announcer, is the pizza guy.
Oh, is he really? That's so fun.
Yeah. The soccer players and the just antagonistic cuts to the soccer players.
Yeah. And it always is like the same clip of them just like playing around. They're not even playing a game. They're just kind of like kicking it around.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. We also can't forget the small child that was asked to go get smokes and then gets caught smoking in the woods.
Oh,
yeah. Can we actually talk about that wood scene? Because this whole, and this might be too geeky for this, but this movie by and large follows, there's that, was it Aristotle's three unities thing or something?
Mm-hmm.
Like ancient Greece, they talk about like the perfect story should take place all in unity of time, all in one day, unity of place, all in one setting, and unity of action, just like one plot. And this, like, Shakespeare railed against it, except for like the Tempest, but that was like Aristotle's kind of ideal. And this movie really adheres to that. Like everything is just on the field, except for that ominous wood scene where I think it was the veteran just goes there and you hear like the dogs barking. Like what? So what's going on with the wood scene?
There's so much that's happening with the wood scene, but it's so wild because like I don't really have much to add for the wood scene, but I have a little to talk about as far as like the lead up to it and what happens after. Because the only reason he goes in is to go hunt the foul balls that Troy is, doing everything that he can to stay on his feet in this at bat. And I was just thinking about the fact of like when he comes back and he's asking the captain from Adler's is like, hey, like, did you bring a bucket? And I'm sitting here and I'm remembering from all of my time working like within the trenches in baseball, the bucket is like the Ark of the Covenant. It is so holy and sacred and important, and you have to have it with you at all times.
Yeah. Yep. My only thought with the woods, like that's the question is like, are these guys going to be okay when they don't have this like social glue, And I don't know, the only time that you see one of them outside of the field is that, and it doesn't feel great. So I don't know if that is some kind of ominous.
It's shot almost like, not like a horror movie, but it's shot very disconcertingly.
Yeah.
Like you have because I'm a nerd, shocking thing to admit to on this podcast, but there's like a church bell going on throughout the movie.
Yep.
And I kept trying to count the gongs because I'm like, okay, so what time are they saying it is? It never, they like you don't, it won't work because they'll like cut away. But I specifically remember during the woods scene, like it was just like tolling. It was very discordant.
Yeah.
And it was just unsettling in a way that was unexpected for a movie that just like was not doing that. But
yeah, and I think there might be something there with those church bells because they purposely place this on Sundays and give you that on a Sunday and give you those kind of church bells. Like this is their form of worship. This is their form of connection, kind of laterally, like with each other, but then like I think vertically with something more than each other. And what happens when that does go away?
Yeah. And touching on this, with the atmosphere, I know I talked to you about this, Stephen, while we were watching the movie, but it reminded me of the film God's Own Country, and about how this movie is wholly uninterested in music. There's like not a lot of
almost no music in this.
Yeah, the only time, it was
except for the Belinda child
singing the seventh inning stretch,
and a little,
and they're like the national anthem. I love it so much.
The sound design and I guess score, Lund did the score with her, but whatever it is, it's just light percussive, but a lot of it is either just the radio background, which I like, which gives a good feel to it. And even like there's a great point, like isn't one of the games like what's going on in the game, like this was from 1972, which is great. Or they'll just at certain moments there will when it feels like it's transcending something, going back to that like Sunday kind of thing, they'll give you a little bit more triumphant kind of melodies, but really understated. But most of the time they'll pull back all the way and just give you like the crickets, especially as it like the lights start to go out and all those kind of things. It's like everything else, it's understated in a moving way.
Yeah. Love. There's nothing like baseball on the radio.
There really isn't. I mean,
I introduced you while you were here to Spencer. Are you familiar with Northwoods Baseball?
I am not.
It's an ASMR sleep podcast that simulates a full baseball game for you to fall asleep to, and it is so good.
Oh man,
I've been using it ever since I got back home.
Have you really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
That is great. What is it about baseball that like no one says there's nothing like basketball or soccer on the radio? Like what is it about baseball?
It's because I mean it's the pace of it. It is slow until it's not.
Yeah.
Like I listen to hockey on the radio sometimes when I have to. I remember, you know, maybe I'm traveling for work or, you know, just like in a car and there's a big game happening and I can't watch it. So I'll like throw a hockey game on and it's like, it's really just like, oh, this is a live score update situation.
Yeah.
But with baseball, it's like, oh, I can see what's happening on the field in my mind's eye. And it gives you so much space in between the moments of action to fill with interesting things. If you've got a good booth, which not everybody does.
Yeah, it's an open conversation. Basically, it's either the conversation with whoever's sitting next to the play-by-play guy or the play-by-play guy talking to the listener in the way that
Yeah.
Scully always would, and just talking to you, giving you a story. Or, for me growing up, I had Harry Carey spelling guys' names backward.
Mhm.
And now I've got, Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer together. We used to have Pat and Ron Santo together, God rest his soul. But it's just like, I love when I get to throw on the radio and listen to Pat and their little no, but thanks for asking bit that has been going on for years. I would come home from school, right? Growing up, middle school through high school, I would come home from school. I would turn on WGN on the TV and I would mute it and I would turn on the radio and put it on 720.
Yeah. And I think that's something that this movie captures that a lot of other baseball movies. I mean, baseball hits above its weight for good movies compared to other sports.
Again, it is the most filmable sport.
I mean, yeah, I think you're right.
For narrative drama.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, did you watch Heated Rivalry?
I didn't. I didn't mean to.
Okay.
You did see it, Jonathan? Yeah.
I did.
It's a lovely show.
Yeah.
Oh boy, are the actual on ice hockey moments. They make it quite clear that they have to do so much cutting away. They have to do so much like hiding the fact that their actors are not actually hockey players.
Yeah.
It is so hard to film hockey because it's so fast and you can tell immediately if someone's not good at it. Baseball is just like, oh, it's a guy standing around.
Yeah. And it's funny, originally this movie was meant to be much more focused on like the veterans. It was going to be these like veterans coming home and this kind of trauma things. And those veterans were people that were really athletic and those kind of things. But it's just was hard to cast because even baseball being all those things, you still need to have it look believable. So they kind of defaulted into what I think was much more moving. This just like some of them are young and athletic, some of them are not. Some of them maybe were. Some of them like I love was it Cooper, the guy who's just on the bench the whole time. Then he comes in towards the end when it's night out and the lights are on and there's a pop fly and you see him run back. Then you see him run forward. And then someone else catches it.
He's so funny.
Yeah. So favorite baseball moments from this movie?
I was gonna say the beauty of this cast is that we get the quote, "Is there anything more beautiful than the sun setting on a fat man stealing second base?"
No, there's nothing more beautiful than that.
There's nothing.
Oh, yeah. I also loved, in the same way that it like kind of plays with your expectations, we're saying like, okay, I think River Dogs they only have 8 guys. Where's Garrett? We're going to forfeit if not. And you see him walk up and just immediately they hand him a bat and helmet. And they say first, do you need to stretch or warm up? He's like, no, I stretched in the car on the way here, which is a great line. But then you're expecting this, like, okay, here's the big hero moment. And he connects and he makes solid contact and immediately falls down. Face plants.
It's beautiful. So good.
Because I think his belt wasn't done right. It's just the funny thing is that, like, in my head, I know exactly a 1-to-1 comparison for him, and I find that great.
Like with actual baseball?
With an actual baseball player that I know, yes. I'm not going to share it here on the podcast. I'll tell you later. But it's just like, it was just great for me just watching this movie, again, with me working in baseball for so long.
Gotcha.
And just like looking at these guys and like, oh, I know someone like you in real life.
Any other favorite baseball moments in the movie?
I forget who it was, but the guy being his own third base coach.
Yes.
And getting tagged out.
Oh, that was weird. And it starts when he's running second. He's like, should I go? Should I go? Where's the coach?
It's so good.
Oh, that was great. Yeah. I like Troy. I mean, one just progressively getting drunker throughout. I mean, he starts
Oh my
pretty
god,
tanky,
Troy is
but his wind up, like the bird wings.
yeah.
Oh,
And then him just
him
like he's still there today. Legend has it.
and him going
Just like
from
passes out in the field and doesn't get up.
yes, like he leaves for one frame because Spaceman, I'll get you
Ooh.
3 outs. Don't worry about it. I'll get you 3 outs, and then he just leaves.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to be seen
completely
again.
disappears.
And
yeah.
Troy just given one more beer is like, all right, now you're reliever Troy.
Reliever Troy. Yeah. Yeah.
Reliever Troy is so good.
Can we talk about the Spaceman a little?
Please.
Yeah.
What y'all think of his appearance, his role?
Iconic.
Iconic.
I do love that he basically just showed up and said whatever the hell he wanted, and it's not entirely clear what movie he thought he was in.
Oh, I have an answer for that. So Lund, I was listening to an interview with him, and he was like, he knew from the start, growing up in New England, all that, Spaceman being like who he is. He's like, I want Spaceman late, but he's like, I can't track him down. Like, he doesn't have an agent, he doesn't have representatives you can go through. And he just found him in the freaking phone book and
That's
dialed him up. And then but here's the thing.
So funny.
Yeah. And he's like, I'm fairly certain, based on our conversations, that he thought this was a documentary about him. And to this day, that he doesn't know that it wasn't just a movie about him. He's like, we gave him lines and he just kind of said whatever he wanted to say. I love it. And that is so just quintessential for this wonderfully quirky socialist that I remember from the Ken Burns documentary wearing the Soviet Union hat, you know?
Yes.
Oh.
And then he called his own pitch sequencing. He was just like a sneaker low and away. And just tosses it.
Listen, I've seen professional baseball players attempt to read lines or have stage presence or act, and whatever they did to get this out of Spaceman, they got it. I at no point during his time on screen was I like, oh, okay, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
he's just like, oh, that's just like some weird old dude.
Yeah, just appears and then just disappears. Like there's the running theme baseball movies is just like a little magical realism, and I feel like that was like his character just poof appearing and disappearing when they needed him. Was that
okay?
one?
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Time out. We can't talk about disappearances. We have to go in depth into Ed being picked up by christening.
It's your niece's christening.
It's so like every single line of that moment was so well crafted and so well delivered. It's just can't it go another
the old
time.
guy laying on the horn the whole time.
Can we do this another time? The baby will be too old. Who cares? God cares.
God cares.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, it's like, that's why I'm not having a niece.
Yes. They're just so good. There's some great lines in this, man. That I liked Bill Belinda, something about like, oh, I don't want my kids to kind of miss something. They're like, they won't remember this. And it's like, they're 10 and 12. And then the guy can be like, oh, then it's probably better. They'll think it's hilarious that you struck out.
It's funny. It was so good. Oh man.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, circling back for Spaceman.
Yep.
we'll call it about 30 years from now. Who do you want as a pitcher showing up in your movie? And my first two thoughts, number one, who I think would be a fun answer is Brian Wilson, because that man just has energy.
That guy.
However, the correct answer for me is Zach Greinke.
Yeah, you knew that was going to be my choice.
Zach Greinke is the correct pick.
Yeah.
So, what is this movie about that we're talking about? Are we speaking about Eephus or any movie? If I'm making a movie,
Any movie. It's gonna show up like Spaceman.
Like Spaceman, then. Yeah.
Did y'all see the Brad Lidge news this week?
Yes.
I did not.
Yes.
What?
He's just doing archaeology.
Oh, yeah. I did read that. Yeah. I love it. Yeah.
So I definitely want to do an Indiana Jones style adventure movie featuring
Sold.
Brad Lidge.
Yep. Sold. I love it.
I'm so on board for that.
Yeah. Okay. What else do you want to talk about in this movie?
One last note for me that I thought about on my drive home was that I didn't really consider this until now, but like just the fact that they have these jerseys, like you got Adverse Paint and River Dogs, there had to have been a league that existed at some point.
Oh, but also, and one of my favorite notes is the things is just that the mismatched jerseys that you have these guys wearing these jerseys from across and like different eras and all that. I thought that was such a beautiful touch.
And I think Troy changed his jersey during the game.
Did he?
But I just love the idea that like there was a Sandlot League for them at some point, and they're the last holdouts playing games that no longer matter to anybody but them, and they hardly matter to them. Because it's just like, at the tail end of the game is just like, all right, we're going to Jumping Aces. Are you coming? And that's it. It's just shake hands and leave. Also on cars, wrapping up my own notes. There's an IROC Z in this movie, and there's also a Fox Body Mustang, and I find that to be great for me personally.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, let me see. I think those were the main things. See if anything else struck you in this movie.
I'm trying to think. I'm probably gonna we're gonna stop recording and then I'm gonna remember like 5 different things that I wanted to touch on. It's just good. Hot dogs will always be here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's
I'm gonna tack on. We watched this with our friend Theo, who brought up the point that there is no fanfic for this movie, and there should be.
Well, he said that a few days ago. We could verify real quick.
Yeah. And I did.
Theo was busy.
And I did. Yeah, that's an oversight. I did miss in the rundown. I forgot to cover. Jonathan, you want to talk about baseball playing? I mean, I don't have much. I think you wanted to share your wiffle ball.
I mean, it's really
WRC
just
plus.
Just thinking about, because like again with us watching the movie in Philly, like directly during the movie, you were talking about trying to find a way to physically play baseball in some form. And I find that
would be fun, but how the fuck would we do that? We're like 30. We're in our mid 30s.
I know we're in our mid 30s. I play in a charity wiffle ball league, and I find that to be fun. And it's just like what gets me is how easy it is to play baseball in any form. You can roll socks and find a broomstick. You can play with a wiffle ball. You can play with anything that is literally round and your hands. It's just, I love how universal this game is. and this movie really just lets you feel how easy it is to just reach out and touch baseball.
Well put. All right. Any closing notes?
Good movie.
I'm still
Go watch it.
Yeah, go watch it. Also, just like I'm glad that we watched with the subtitles on, because like again, my favorite heckle still remains pizza on ham.
Pizza on hands? Yeah.
Who says that?
Yeah. All right. That's a good note to close on. Jonathan, what are we covering next month?
Yeah, so the Good Art Friends are going from baseball podcast to sad music podcast. Next month
I'm
it
shocked.
next month it is the Good Art Friends as we cover American football LP4.
Yep. And when did you say that comes out?
Mayday.
Yep. Okay.
Ooh.
So yeah, listen to that a couple times and we'll be back. Yeah, probably mid-May, kind of cover that. So yeah, Jonathan, Stephen, my good friends, thank you for talking about some good art with me.
Thank
Glad
you
to
for
be here.
having me. It's always fun.
All right. Take care, everyone.